by the way we go about addressing them in the corporation, we can actually enhance our competitiveness as a company while actually addressing some of the most important societal issues. And the environment is Exhibit A. We can have shared value. We can benefit the corporation, we can benefit the societal issue. The traditional view of the role of business in society has been what's good for business is enough to be good for society. If it's good for General Motors, it's good for the country. I think what we're starting to understand is that we need to turn that inside out. Actually, what's good for the community and for citizens is good for business. And that businesses now are starting to learn that issues like nutrition and health and environmental performance are actually some of the core tools to really drive business performance and competitiveness and to differentiate the company from its rivals. This is, I think, an opportunity to take the next step beyond CSR thinking. CSR thinking says, look, let's run our business, but then on the side, we'll have a corporate responsibility program to prove that we really care about the community and to comply and to avoid doing harm. This kind of new philosophy says, no, we got to go from CSR to CSV, creating shared value. We've got to think about how to compete in a way that also creates value for society. And by the way, if we can identify and tackle some of these very important and pressing societal needs, that gives us a profound opportunity to actually improve our competitiveness. And it's this kind of reversal of the thinking about the connection between the company and its society that is, I think, we are starting to see the beginnings of. And in the process, what we're seeing also is a very interesting blurring between the boundaries of for-profit and non-profit. You know, in the old world, you were either a for-profit or you worked on social issues, because those twain never met. Because dealing with social issues was about social issues, and that was different than actually running a business. Now what we're seeing is organization after organization, which is creating profitable business models to actually address very profound social issues, whether they're nutrition or poverty or microfinance or many others. So I think we're at the beginning of what I believe will be a decades-long process of kind of rethinking and reconceiving how the role of the corporation fits within broader societal needs, and I think that will be very good not only for the environmental movement, but it will also be very good for many other issues as well. Again, time does not allow me to kind of go into the details of the creating shared value, but what are some of the key highlights? What we understand is that many products that companies sell actually don't just meet economic needs or kind of traditional consumer needs, but they also meet social needs. Food companies that have been used to getting people to consume too much and getting fat are learning that they can actually differentiate themselves by actually helping people consume what they should consume and being healthy. This mindset, it could have happened decades ago. But I think we are now at a moment where this kind of different sort of thinking is emerging. And there are many other examples of that. We are now starting to understand that productivity in the value chain is maybe not what we originally thought. In the use of energy, in the role of logistics in the corporation, in the use of all kinds of natural resources, in thinking about employee productivity and location, where we locate stuff. We're seeing a profound revolution in our understanding about what's really productive. You know, it isn't really productive to ship a part from one continent to another in order to assemble it in a different location, if we actually do the real math. And we're discovering that with a heightened awareness of environmental issues and the use of resources and emissions and so forth, that we are in the process of realigning value chains and redefining the supply chain in the global economy. And I think that'll be a very, very positive set of developments as well. And we're also understanding more and more that the surrounding community around the company can have a profound effect on that company's productivity. And therefore, the company has a role in developing the cluster in its communities in which it's operating, rather than seeing that as somebody else's job that should be left to others. I think we have, Nestle is an excellent example of a company that's moving in this direction, and there's some examples here that you can look at if you're interested. This is just a case of Nespresso, one of the most wonderful strategy cases that I know over the last decade or so, where Nestle has really built a whole new coffee business in this giant corporation with a very, very different strategy. And one of the keys to the Nespresso success has been this notion of creating shared value. A whole new way of working with farmers, a whole new way of sourcing coffee beans, a whole new way that not only improves the supply chain and improves the quality of the beans that they get, which is critical to their strategy, but also has dramatic effects on environmental performance in the coffee growing regions that create shared value. All profit is not equal. Profit that accompanies shared value is a higher role for the corporation. And that's the role that corporations today must strive for. Increasingly, we're going to see the best strategies have a social dimension. They're not just narrow economic strategies. They're going to involve and embody these broader needs and these broader issues that we've been talking about. So again, thank you all for the chance to talk about this. Those of you here that are in the business of regulation, I think that we have learned a lot about how to approach this question, and we've learned the tremendous